Hello. This is Lina. Thank you for visiting the Book Summary Library channel today. Do you ever feel tired suddenly during your busy days at work or housework? At times like that, it would be nice if there was a way to lighten your heart. Today, I would like to introduce a book that is perfect for you. The title is Practice Not Reacting. Doesn't the name make you feel like I want to take a deep breath? This book is a huge bestseller that teaches you how to calm your mind in today's society where there are many worries and stresses. The author, Ryushun Kusanagi, is a monk who graduated from the University of Tokyo, and he conveys the teachings of Buddhism in a way that is useful for us today. But don't worry if you think Buddhism seems difficult. The contents of this book are very rational and easy to understand. Rather, it is packed with content that can be put into practice immediately without special knowledge, like mind organization techniques. For example, the book is centered on the surprising idea that worries will disappear just by reducing the reaction of the mind, which is really amazing. Just by listening, you will have an eye-opening realization, oh, so that's what it was. Today, let's take our time to learn about this with Lina. So, let's get started. Relax and listen. 1. What is the true nature of worries? Anyway, right now, are you currently concerned about something or have a vague worry? Perhaps you have thoughts like, I'm stuck on something my boss said, my work isn't going as I expected, or I want to work harder, but I'm tired. Going around in your head. The first thing that will surprise you about this book is the discussion of the true nature of worries. According to the author, Ryushun Kusanagi, worries are never directly caused by external events. You may think so. But if you think about it carefully, it makes sense. For example, a crowded train. While some people get irritated by being packed in, there are also people who enjoy music with a completely calm face. Even though it's the same situation, we feel differently. This is because our state of mind changes depending on how we react. In other words, the cause of our worries is not the outside world, but our own emotional response. Neither a nasty remark from a boss nor a cold attitude from a friend creates our worries in themselves, but how we react to them is what causes our worries. Doesn't this give you a sense of relief? Doesn't it make you feel like you can solve your worries by knowing that the key to solving them lies in your own mind? For example, in the case of Lina, there was a time when the person in front of me at the supermarket was taking a long time to search for coins, and I got annoyed and thought, they're so slow. But when I thought about it later, I realized that the person was just trying hard to check out. I was reacting on my own and creating stress in my mind. This is a typical example of how mental responses create worries. This book introduces many ways to quickly resolve worries by reviewing your mental responses. From here, I will talk about practical techniques in a way that is typical of Lina, with concrete examples. 2. 3 steps to control your mental responses. So, how exactly can you reduce your mental responses? Ryushun Kusanagi tells us that this can be solved in 3 steps. Moreover, this method does not require any special preparation or tools. You can start right away, so you should think, I can do this. Come on, let's take a look together. The first step is labeling, that is, putting your emotions into words. For example, if you make a mistake at work and feel like, oh, I'm no good, don't leave it as it is, but try to put it into words. Right now, I'm feeling depressed. Strangely enough, just by labeling your emotions, you can distance yourself a little from them. This is a method that Lina often uses, and when you notice that you feel a bit uneasy, just recognize that you are feeling anxious and your heart will feel a little lighter. The next step is to focus on the sensations in your body. This is a type of mindfulness. Specifically, all you have to do is take a deep breath, close your eyes, and feel where your body is tense. For example, if your shoulders are stiff, you can realize, oh, I'm feeling stressed right now. At this time, Just take a deep breath and make a conscious effort to relax your shoulders, and your mind and body will immediately feel at ease. The final step is to classify your worries. This is a bit unique, as you divide your worries into 3 categories. The 3 are greed, anger, and delusion. For example, I want to be more appreciated is classified as greed. Why does that person say that is anger? And I wonder what will happen in the future is delusion. By sorting out your worries in this way, you can clearly see what you are obsessed with. When Lina tried this method, she realized that she was reacting unnecessarily. For example, when she saw a friend having fun on social media and felt envious, she classified this as greed. Next, when she felt anxious and thought, I have to do something special too, she realized that, oh, this is delusion. Just looking at your worries calmly in this way can calm your mind. If you put these 3 steps into practice, your mind should become much easier. 3. Examples of how to use non-reacting practice in everyday life. Now, let's think together with Lina about how to use this non-reacting practice in your daily life. From here, we will give you a more practical image using specific situations as examples. For example, the morning rush hour. Have you ever been on a packed train and thought, it's the worst? It's so crowded. But here, try changing your mental reaction a little. Just thinking, today the train is packed, but even if I can't get a seat, I can still take the time to read this book, will make you feel a lot lighter. Lina used to be sweating on a packed train, almost late, and lamented, why did this happen to me? But now she listens to her favorite music on her smartphone and thinks, I'll try to make myself feel a little more happy. This method is also very useful in workplace relationships. For example, let's say your boss gives you harsh criticism at a meeting, saying, do this again. At this time, rather than feeling down and thinking, I was scolded again, try labeling your emotions as, right now, I feel like I'm being rejected. Then take a breath and change your perspective to, maybe this criticism is an opportunity for me to grow, and you'll feel a little better. In addition, practicing not reacting is also very useful in interactions with friends and family. For example, when a friend takes a long time to reply, do you get anxious and wonder, does he or she hate me? Lina also had a period when she felt the same way. But after she started practicing this, she was able to change her mindset and think, this is just a delayed response. There's no need to think too deeply about it. Another thing Lina practices is practicing not reacting to irritations at home. For example, when you find a family member leaving their socks as they are after taking them off, you feel like getting angry and think, why didn't you put them away? But first, label the feeling and realize that it's an angry emotion. Then, when you think it's a waste to get angry over something like socks, your feelings naturally calm down. By getting into the habit of not reacting unnecessarily in your daily life in this way, your heart will become lighter and lighter. Above all, when you can control yourself, you will gain confidence. This is a really important point. Thank you very much for staying with us this far. Through practicing not reacting, we have talked about the true nature of worries and stress and practical ways to resolve them. The important thing is that worries don't come from external events, but from our own emotional reactions. We can control these by labeling, observing our senses, and categorizing our worries. Simply incorporating this into your daily life will really lighten your heart. Just realizing that the stress of a crowded train, the friction in relationships at work, or small irritations at home are all caused by your own emotional reactions will be surprisingly easy to deal with. And by continuing to do this, you will be able to control your emotions and actions more freely. Lina also realized a lot through this book. The habit of not reacting unnecessarily not only protects you, but also makes your relationships with the people around you gentler. By not reacting unnecessarily to what people say and letting it go, you can reduce stress for both of you. And above all, you can love yourself like that. Don't you think that's the greatest happiness? And let me tell you about Lina's dream. I want to deliver learning that lightens the heart to many people through this Book Summary Library channel. Books are really wonderful, aren't they? A single book can give you hints that will change your life even in your busy daily life. If Lina can support your future by delivering such important books in a more understandable and fun way, that would be the greatest happiness for Lina. I hope you enjoy the experience of growing while relaxing through this channel. If you support me by subscribing to the channel or liking it, Lina will be able to work harder. And if you tell me in the comments that you would like me to cover this book, I will use that as a reference when making the next video. You really did a great job today. Lina is always rooting for you. No matter how busy you are, take a moment to relax here and come back with energy to face tomorrow. Let's continue to learn together with Lina. See you in the next video. Thank you.